Oh, yo, what's up, everybody? Let's get into some Monday Night Raw highlights and reactions. It's your boy, Clumsy Uno, and we gonna get right into it. This was a good night of wrestling. Oh, man, I enjoyed the matches that were on this card. It was a good night of wrestling. We got Lilian Garcia making a random pop-up to announce Kofi Kingston. That was a good bit of nostalgia. We have the semifinalists for King and Queen of the Ring. So next Monday we're gonna have Lyra Valkyria versus Io Sky. Oh man, that's gonna hit. And then Jay versus Gunther, which we're gonna get into that a little bit later on my reaction on that, but should be a fine match, I guess. I like Jey Uso, and his entrance is every rapper's dream. With the lights and like all around the arena, and as a rapper myself, that's like my dream, to have all those lights in an arena, fill it up, and everybody hands waving up and down. Like, I love it, but I don't know, he lost at Backlash, and Ilya and Gunther would have just hit so hard, man. It would have hit so good in the right places, man. I was hoping to have Ilya and Gunther, but first segment here, Damian and Drew promo. Drew called CM Punk fans stupid, shits on CM Punk always being injured, talking about Jay losing another match, and then aims at Damian, and then calls him a paper champion, and then Damian comes out, and looks pretty good. I mean, his song, I didn't like the entrance part, the all rise. I mean that's gonna have to grow on me a little bit, but I mean, he looks good. Like, I like him as, like, his look. I don't know, he doesn't look terrible. Says he deserves success. I mean, Drew tells Damian that he says he deserves success but doesn't deserve the championship. Damian says Drew's always blaming everyone except for himself. Crowd was whatting again. Good old what chants. And then Drew said, if they think Priest is a bullshit champion, they should say what. They said what. Damian hits back with I'm still champion. Said he made Punk more important than his own wife. Ooh. And it fell a little short, but I feel like he felt a little short with the ending sentence. He says, you could call me a paper champion, but when I'm done with you, you're gonna regret those words. Now you can rise to that. And I was like, I mean, I guess could have hit something a little harder, you know what I'm saying? But could have really laid him down, and with the mic drop and everything. Like, but yeah, man. I felt like that was the only part of the promo that fell a little short. Other than that, that shit was hitting, boom, 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 hit for hit. Damian's getting better on the mic, so. There's a little segment after that with Carlito trying to join the Judgment Day, trying to show like, hey, bruh, I rub your back, you rub mine. We'll see if that progresses, which a little bit does during the night. We had Io Sky versus Shayna Baszler, and this was the first match of all the King and Queen of the Ring matches for the night. And man, I'm telling you, these matches were pretty good. Like, as we get further down, like I was expecting better and better matches anyway. But Baszler gets on her early before the bell even rings. Sky hits some good offense back, and then they get into like counter for counter and just start countering each other. And those are some good counters, I'm not even gonna lie. Io was showing off some of her technical skills, and everyone just kind of like talks about her and her high flying, so her showing off the technical skills was dope. This is the first of more than one match got this is awesome chance. And then Io wins with the over the moonsault, and this got good time. Actually, I was surprised. This is actually a pretty good match. Yeah, but Io wins, and then we get an Alpha Academy promo with Chad Gable talking about who Bronson Reed's gonna face tonight. So it was gonna be Otis at first, then they switched him, so he just feeds Tozawa to Bronson, and I was like, as soon as I seen that, I was like, oh snap. And then we got Otis versus Sami Zayn. So yeah, we're gonna get that later on in the night. And then next was Gunther versus Kofi Kingston. Gunther hit Kofi with a Boston Crab on the announce table. Gunther was selling the knee. It was a funny spot that I wrote down, mentioned where Gunther sold a kick in the corner from Kofi when Kofi clearly didn't make contact, or like barely made contact if he did, with his like toe, this big toe. But this match also got This Is Awesome chance. It was a spot where he twisted Kofi around the corner of the ring like a damn pretzel, and then they both ended up outside. Referee counted to 9, and they both got back in very last second. Gunther did a Paradise misses from Kofi. He misses it. Gunther hits a powerbomb pin. Kofi kicks out, but as he kicks out, Gunther turns it into a Boston Crab to get the win. Kofi taps, and yeah, Gunther moves on to the semifinals, man. Trouble in Paradise. That's what it's called. Trouble in Paradise misses, and yeah. But man, that was a good match. We got some pretty good matches, but Gunther's gonna be in the match, I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. So that was really cool to see. And then we got Bronson Reed versus Tozawa, which Tozawa got squashed. I mean, absolutely just destroyed. And then Gable gets in the ring. I thought they were gonna have a like further angle, but then it just cut to a backstage segment with Gunther. Next up, we got this good promo with Kaiser and Gunther. That's the backstage segment that cut into like the Gable promo, I thought, or the Gable story that was gonna happen. But yeah, Kaiser is good on the mic. I just wanted to do that and say how impressive he was, and just note that. And then we got Zoe Stark versus Lyra Valkyria, which this one was also a good match. Lyra is really dope, small but fierce, and she's winning over that crowd, man. She's just, man, the way she hits. We got Lyra chants, but yeah, this was a good match. And then Lyra won with a dope counter into a Nightwing. So yeah, she was dope. So now we're gonna have Lyra versus Io Sky next week, and bruh, we are cooking with these matches. Like this women's Queen of the Ring is gonna be a good one. Whew. Next up, we get Sami Zayn versus Otis, and this one was on the quicker side of the matches. But first, Otis was getting Gable's support when he was whooping ass and being serious, and then he just got the urge to hit the damn worm. So he took the shirt off and hit that motherfucker. Gable wasn't happy at all about this. And then Otis got up to the ropes. Sammy dodged a drop from him, hit a haluva kick, and it was over. 1, 2, 3. And then Otis ended up losing because the angle is ended up losing because he didn't listen to Gable. And yeah, it was funny. He was like, I gotta hit the worm. I feel it in my bones. But yeah, so and man, after the match we got an angle. So what happened was Gable got on his face, they went outside, and they were arguing outside, and Gable slaps Otis right in the face, and Gable left and was like, come on, and Otis followed, man, and Otis looked broken. That was one sad looking man right there. But when Otis actually gets the courage to fight back, this is going to turn into a good story itself. So I think Gable's Intercontinental title run right now is on hold, while we figure this angle out. So yeah, next up we got Becky Lynch versus Dakota Kai, and I think everyone tried to put on a show tonight because Dakota Kai, like, she was moving around the ring in a cool ass way, like in a way I haven't seen her in a long time. And then you got a Kairi Sane distraction. It was a good little exchange of pins, like some good little sequences. And Becky was gonna hit her with a disarmer, and right when she was gonna hit it, Damage Control interrupts and DQs the match. And they're overwhelming, and Lyra comes out for the save. Her and Becky take out Damage Control, and then Liv comes out and takes out Becky. And yeah, they're building more for their match at Saudi Arabia, and I think Liv's gonna win that, to be honest. I think she might win it. I don't know, I have a feeling that she's gonna win. Becky's contract is coming up, so I hope if she ends up winning the match, that means they're gonna re-sign her contract. But I don't see her going anywhere. I don't know why she would. But yeah, and then earlier in the night, Becky slapped her in a backstage segment. So, yeah, they cooking up that one. They trying to build some tension. And then next we got a fucking fun ass fatal 4-way tag match for the tag titles. It was Finn and JD McDonough. That's what they were calling him, JD McDonough. New Catch Republic, the Creed brothers, and Arthur's of Pain. And yeah, this was a fun match. Like these guys, I feel like the Creed brothers and New Catch Republic at this point, they're like the Jeff Hardy and Matt, the Hardy Boys, and just all the tag teams from back in the day, like the Dudley Boys, and like who could put on a show, and they just put them all out there. I mean, it's a different style, but I feel like they're just like the reliable tag teams now. AOP were throwing people around. Creed brothers are dope, and I think they should be with Gable. Creed brothers and Gable and maybe Ivy Nile would be a dope stable. Just saying. But the Creed brothers are really dope. They're impressing me a lot. I don't know. And New Catch too, man. I like New Catch. But yeah, there's a spot where New Catch got on the turnbuckles and then jumped off and wiped out AOP. Tyler Bate picked up Akam and spinned him around, and it went crazy. Crowd went stupid. Carlito hit and then Carlito comes out and hits a backstabber to Pete Dunne, since there's no DQs, to show his alliance. I mean, it looked like Carlito hurt himself more than Pete Dunne. I mean, damn. But I guess he was trying to show, like, I'll put my body on the line for y'all. I mean, that looked crazy. But and then they put Pete Dunne back in the ring. Finn hit the coup de grace, and Finn and JD win. So they're the number one contenders. Wait, this was the number one contenders match for the tag titles. So Finn and JD versus R-Truth and The Miz. And then lastly, we got the main event. Jey Uso versus Ilya Dragunov. The winner was gonna face Gunther. And they had some really good sequences. I mean, Jey Uso's arsenal needs to just grow a little bit. But it was very physical. But I can continue to be pressed by Dragunov, and that dude's gonna be world champion one day. He's crazy. His selling is on point. His intensity, he makes it feel like he's putting his body on the line for real. But yeah, let me get to the end. I mean, Ilya was whooping on Jay, hit his finisher, and I thought it was over. Like, he was beating the brakes off that motherfucker. And then so he's gonna come. He hits his first move, hits him with his elbow strike that he does, and then he gets up to hit him with his torpedo Moscow, and Jay just hits a spear, and then goes up for an Uso splash, and it was over. Like, I mean, that was it. And so I was kind of the ending was kind of fell a little flat, but I mean, it was an alright match. It was actually a little better than alright, but yeah. So we're getting Jey Uso versus Gunther, and I was talking about it on my previous video, but I really wanted to see Ilya and Gunther go at it. But maybe, I mean, they know, WWE knows it's gonna be a banger of a match. Jay's obviously the bigger star, so they're gonna put them two. But I mean, Gunther's already beat him. Gunther's already beat Jey Uso. So and Jey Uso lost at Backlash. So I'm just like, maybe, but they're trying to build them credibility. Like, it's but I'm not mad because I like Jey Uso. But yeah, I feel like they missed a big opportunity. Ilya and Gunther was gonna go crazy, but they're saving it for a later date. I don't think it's gonna be terrible, but the match will be fine. You know, be passable, but not as good as Ilya and Gunther, man. That was gonna go crazy. But I think Gunther's gonna win that match anyway. And overall, it was a great match. Seeing Lilian and getting that nostalgia, that voice, that tone, like, man, it brought back so many good memories. Me and my brothers, we grew up on that. And so now we're going to SummerSlam together, and now it's just like, yeah, well, going with the people that you grew up watching this with and have a love for it the way you do is just on a different level. And that's why I'm glad I made this YouTube channel, because I get to connect with other people who love it just as much as I do. And I just wanted to express it and have other people to express it with. But great Raw. If you're here, let me know. If you're still here, let me know how you felt about Raw. Let me know how you felt about Jey Uso winning, and how bad if you wanted to see Ilya Dragunov go at it with Gunther. But if you're still here, just want to say thank you, and drop a like, comment. If you are new here, subscribe. I do shorts, I do videos, I live stream Overwatch, which is in the background right here, and Apex and Finals, and just play with the boys and get down. And I'm just here for y'all, hang out, chat it up, talk about it when I can. I have a little one, and she loves Bianca Belair, Tiffany Stratton, all about girl power, and so she helps fuel my channel. And yeah, if you're still here, thank you, much love. I hope you have a great day and kill it in whatever you do. Work, school, hustling, doing what you gotta do, just surviving. It's a hard world out there. Love y'all. I'm glad we can just be here together and talk about wrestling. So, have a great day. It's been Clumsy Uno, and I'll catch y'all later.